at some point, it'll go back down. There's that
Yeah.
pendulum. Every 7 years, the interest rate makes a change. But my best advice is don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on the fence. You can always get in and get out. But I can assure you, I've had more people get in investment wise than those that get out.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anybody out there that's looking for opportunities or looking for financing or creative ways to do it, they're out there, and I'd be more than happy to speak with anyone in reference to it.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Meshelle Van Allen. She is a top 10% agent in the DC, Maryland,
Hey!
Virginia region. So I'm excited to get into everything today. Thanks for being here, Meshelle.
Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful, Christian, for the opportunity to speak real estate. I love, eat, breathe, sleep real estate, and I love it.
I
Yes.
bet to be a top 10% producing agent is really, really impressive. How did you get into the industry to begin with?
Well, let's see. I come from an environment of real estate. My grandparents, they actually purchased a great deal of acreage uh, back as early as the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes. So through my family heritage, we've always been exposed to real estate and the importance of generational wealth building through real estate. So that has always captured my interest. Right out of school, I purchased my first investment property, and I made what I thought was $1 million back then, and I just started and never looked back. I would purchase property after property, and I found that I was making my real estate agent quite wealthy. And I decided, hey, enough of this. I know enough. I knew more than half of my realtors that I used, and I said, I'm gonna just jump in and start keeping that money in my pocket, and that's what I did. So I
Amazing.
am very fortunate to be in an area that has quite an insulated market, which is the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia environment. Um, we have an insulated or a unique market because we have the political regime that comes and goes every 4 years, as you know, and that always has created opportunity for buyers and sellers, and there's that consistent flow. We have quite a number of, as you can imagine, federal government employees, and that is a great um, percentage of a higher income that's constantly flowing in and out of the area. So that has kept me constantly moving forward.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Although I do work with a number of investors as well. I think Forbes rated the DMV as one of the top areas investment wise or real estate wise. And it has really caused a great demand for investors here in this area. The
Yeah.
housing shortage across the country has, of course, affected our area as well. So there is a lot of development. And I've just taken it all the way across the board from residential to commercial. And now at this stage, I'm at the development stage and very fortunate to. I'm very grateful to say that. Oftentimes I think back to my grandparents and I think of how difficult it may have been for them back then. I mean, we're talking the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That was and I'm African American. So you can imagine how difficult that must have been for my grandparents at that time to establish a great deal of property. And for me to be the youngest grandchild and where I am today, I'm very, very grateful and 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 I'm thankful for the opportunities that they expose me to and knowing the value and the ability to be able to build generational wealth through real estate. So what a grand opportunity it is for me.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, you had so
Yeah.
many good pieces of inspiration in there. I think the DC market is a really fascinating market, the way that, things change every 4 years. I've never thought of it like that. And then I know one of your specialties is really creating opportunities no matter the market. So I would love for you to talk about kind of where we're at today and the opportunities you see within it.
Absolutely. It's not just this. I've laid my foundation here, and here meaning the DMV, but the same principles that I learned here in this metropolitan area, I can take them anywhere and make it work. And I have. Um, I'm currently working on a development project in Ghana, Africa. And the opportunity there is just amazing. But I find there are other investors that go there and they may not do as as well. And I've been asked, well, what is it that you're doing that makes this work? And I think it's the same basic principles. One of which it has to make sense for your pocket. I mean, that's the most important piece, but it also has to be a win-win situation when you're talking about development. Who are you developing for? You have to know who and what your end buyer, if that's what you're doing, your end buyer has to be able to be in the position to obtain something, a quality product from what you are offering.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I oftentimes see where opportunities there, the investor goes in, they just want to get as much as they can and they feel like that's a win. For me, it's just the opposite. I like to know that I'm going into an opportunity that has integrity, that has the end game, an opportunity for someone else, or to provide an opportunity for someone else. And on my team, or the folks that I try to surround myself with, they have that same end goal. So I may not make a killing off of one deal, or if it takes an adjustment for me to reduce on one deal, I know down the road I'll have another opportunity to put
Right.
that back in to another deal if that's the case. So I think it's very principle driven for me when it comes to opportunities.
Mhm.
And having said that, for example, I have a property where I'm looking to develop. I don't have the full finances to develop it, so I have uh, proposed or propositioned to partner up with another developer so that they can come in and establish. It's an assisted living facility because the demand for that age range in certain areas is just off the charts. So in this particular situation, it's a Maryland property that I own. I went to an existing assisted living facility and offered to partner up with them, where I would provide the land, they would do their own development, and then I'd get a portion of the percentage of what they're making. Now that's a win-win situation for me. I don't have to go in and just strip down and with what I'm going to sell them on the price, and they don't have to strip down and try to beat me on what they're offering. So it makes it a win-win situation. It's deals like that that I have a reputation for creative financing, and I'm thankful for that.
That's awesome. Talk more about creative financing because I know you're very, very good at that. What are some other ways to get creative with that?
So I think that if in fact there is a deal, for an example of maybe, I don't know, $2 million, I may put 4 investors on that deal, or as many as I can to get us to the $2 million mark. Oftentimes I will invest my share of equity, whether it be my commission on the deal, just anything, if it's a strong enough deal to say, hey, look, this will help you not have to pay the commission, but the commission will be paid through a financing, piece of the deal, and I'll put it right back in. I did have a deal most recently where we had it was in fact a $2 million deal, and there were 4 different investors there that and 2 of which use equity of their own of other deals that I had worked on with them. So and then as a result, part of that same deal had an owner financing piece where the owner held the property, the next investor came in with the renovation money, and the other investor just paid the monthly financing. And so there are all sorts of ways. I never take no for an answer when it comes to financing. There's always a way. It circles back to the principle of, do you want to make this a win-win deal? Do you want to make it work? Or do you just want to be the only one at the table?
Mhm.
So I think those principles have given me the long run to stay in the game.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you hit on something really important that you can't take all the time. You do have to give. And I think that, what you said before that you've built a team around you that shares the same values as you. How do you create that culture within your team and within the people you work with? And yeah, how does that trickle down?
So that's a great question. I think it's important um, when you're uncertain of how an operation works that you go after or you try to mentor someone or get in the circle of a group of folks that have already done it or may not have done the specifics of what you're looking to do, but they've surely accomplished um, goals in the real estate market of being able to close a deal. For example, there was this one particular architect and his work was just brilliant. And I said, man, how is this guy getting all of these deals? Every time I do a commercial deal, he's the architect on it and just brilliant guy. So I called him up and I said, hey, let me take you to lunch. Let me just sort of pick your brain. And believe it or not, he was so willing to help me and expose me to some of the developers that it just took off. And before I know it, out of that same meeting, a few years down the road, I had one of the strongest mentors of my career and was just happy to get me in the room. So once you're in the room, you learn, you listen. And from there, I take it back and I said, I'm going to have to build a team around me that can uh that can keep the flow of knowledge going. And from there it's just like it's tentacles in everything. I am a firm believer that the law of attraction. So what you put out there, it will definitely vibrate back to you. I can't tell you how many times I thought that, oh man, this deal, I'm never going to get this deal. And it's like the little engine that could. They end up calling me up and I'm always curious and I said, what made you contact me to get on this deal when you have so many large developers? And they said, well, Meshelle, you know what? You are very tangible, you're very transparent, and you have an ear to the ground. And every time we mention your name, someone says something that is very enlightening or fair. And that goes a long way with me. Yeah, that goes a long way.
That's
We have
amazing.
we
Yeah.
we have an area down here that's a very predominant, progressive area, and it's called Potomac, Maryland. And I remember early in my career, I said, man, I'd love to sell houses in Potomac, Maryland. They're uh, 20, 30, even $40,000 homes. A lot of the political parties and celebrities live in this area. And when I got my first deal in that area, I thought, man, I really gotta, I ran out and I started reading everything I could. I was a nervous wreck and then I realized I said, they don't know half the stuff I know.
Yeah.
And when I started really positioning myself on a few of the deals, I mean, I killed it. I was so grateful, and I said, "Man, I the same basic transparent principles go a long way. They really do." And, and that taught me a huge lesson about being able to use those same principles across any platform, from Ghana to Dubai, and all over the world. Those same principles follow me. Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing, and I think it's important to highlight because I think so many people have that imposter syndrome where they feel like they're a fish out of water when they're not. Like, they
yeah.
know the information, they have the history, they've had the experience, so I think that's a really relatable thing to highlight.
And I believe in anyone that has a dream to do it. You can do it. It's the law of attraction. If you think it and you apply it, there isn't anything that can stop you from doing it. Now that will, of course, that sounds so cliche. That doesn't mean you're going to have to sacrifice a lot, because you do. And I've had to sacrifice in many situations, but it always comes back to you. You know, I love to take a group of folks that have never invested before, and take them on a tour and show them opportunities. And when you see them make that first investment, and they think, like when you first start the first day, they would have thought they could never do it. But you, again, creative financing. If they don't have the money, you put them with maybe 4 or 5 other people that do. And now
Yeah.
we're talking 20,000 a piece coming to the table. And that really gives me a good feeling to see that I can build a team that has that same thrive behind them, to know that they can get it done. The market right now in the metropolitan area, and not just the metropolitan area, but across the United States, it's a climate where folks are holding on to this whole interest rate. I want to wait. Well, we're coming
Right.
out of an interest rate that was basically zero.
Yeah.
And who I really feel for are the folks that sat on the fence that whole time and said, "Oh no, I'm gonna wait." Well, what are you gonna wait for? Because even though the interest rate is higher than it was then, at some point it'll go back down. There's that
Yeah.
pendulum. Every 7 years, the interest rate makes a change. But my best advice is, don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on the fence. You can always get in and get out. But I can assure you, I've had more people get in investment wise than those that get out.
Mhm.
So, if there's anybody out there that's looking for opportunities, or looking for financing, or creative ways to do it, they're out there, and I'd be more than happy to speak with anyone in reference to it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I think that's a great segue into telling people where to find you and how to work with you.
Sure. I am accessible. Van Allen Real Estate .com is always a means of contacting me. And I am always available to take any type of email, or questions, maybe on an investment deal that they're doing, or just on what they should do, whether they should list their property right now, whether they should wait, or even with buyers that are looking to purchase with their first time home buyer programs. The DMV has some of the best opportunities for first time home buyers that I've seen, honestly, just traveling around the country with different programs. They have so many wonderful programs with incentives for purchasing in the DMV. Not to say that a few of the other states don't, but because we have so many VA opportunities here, government opportunities, first responders. There are all sorts of wonderful first-time homebuyer programs, teacher programs, police programs, you name it. I have to say the DMV is they're known for being able to match money down on the table to help with any closing costs. And you want a seasoned agent that knows about those types of programs.
Mhm.
So I would say, of course, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to direct anyone on those types of programs. And we work with a group of lenders that are very savvy and seasoned in those types of opportunities for buyers and, of course, sellers.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Meshelle.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kristen, for having me and having this platform because it opens the world up to where we are in real estate right now, which is
Absolutely.
a great place.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for listening. I hope you got a lot of good inspiration from Meshelle and some practical advice and maybe looking at your business a little differently. And I really encourage you to reach out if you have any questions for her. So we will see you back next time. Bye.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.